What's up, guys? Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan. It is Sunday afternoon, and that would be the 9th of June. Happy to be here. Happy to share some insight with you on the NBA Finals as Game 2 will be played on Sunday night. Boston holding a 1-0 lead in that series. Before I do get started, you like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. That would be 110% awesome. So not 100, that'll be 110%, right? So I have some notes here to share with you, some observations, insight of what I picked up on in Game 1. This is a very interesting matchup, Dallas Mavericks, Boston Celtics. This should play out to be a good finals. Certainly hope so. You never know with that, but the chances are pretty decent that we're gonna have a pretty good series here. Boston comes out in Game 1 and they looked very good. They were the aggressor. They were the team that was just, they were ready to go. Dallas, one good sign of the Mavericks is that they cut the lead to single digits down to about 8 points in the third quarter, but this was not their night. In Game 1, and I'm going to be going over two areas that the Mavericks are going to really have to work on if they want to win Game 2, and also, perhaps more importantly, if they want to stay competitive in this series to the point where we could have a Game 6 or a Game 7. They may even have a chance to win the series. You never know. So there were two things that, as I mentioned, that did jump out. So let me kind of dive into that, and leave me a comment too if there's anything you want to add when it comes to these main 2 points, or leave a comment in general. One is on the offensive side of the ball, the other is on the defensive side of the ball. Let's start with the offensive side of the ball. The Mavericks in Game 1, they did not show the movement that we've seen from them throughout the course of the postseason. It's very, very simple with that one. They had the right idea. Jason Kidd and his staff had a good game plan in a sense that they were going to attack Boston. They were going to take the ball to the basket. That's really what I mean by attack. Attack the basket. And we saw a fair amount of that, which was really good. However, there really were not as many situations as you would hope for the Mavericks where there'd be a guy backdoor cutting, or there'd be a big man perhaps down low. You can kind of get into a two-on-one situation. They really weren't setting as many screens. It all kind of, one thing fed the other, really. Would like to see a lot more like high pick and rolls, setting screens, guys running the baseline a little more. We just didn't quite see that. Saw a few good drives, only to be denied. Porzingis was huge on both sides of the ball for the Celtics, right? Doesn't play for a month, and he scores like 20 points or something. He's got like 20 points, and he's a monster on the defensive side. He's clogging the middle. He's blocking shots. So the Mavericks are going to have to create a little bit better opportunities for themselves. They're always going to be good from the perimeter. Luka will get us threes, and Kyrie will hit some threes, and they will succeed that way. But they've got to create some more easier baskets for themselves. And I look for them to do that in Game 2 and for the rest of the series, by the way. Now, the second key point here, and the second area that the Mavericks are going to have to really adjust and tweak or step up into, is really the more difficult of the two. And that is, defensively, you're going to have to do your best to keep the Celtics, mainly Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, from taking the ball to the basket, penetrating into the middle of the key. They're both very good at that. They draw fouls. They create easier shots for themselves. They go get position, or they drive the ball in, kick it out for three, pass to a teammate. The only way you're really, in my opinion, going to somewhat contain, because you're not going to stop Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, but you can do your best to somewhat contain them by, you're just going to have to stay with that bench, keep switching guys off of them, in my opinion. Keep switching defenders. Looks like they got a rotation of about 9, which is good for the Mavericks. I mean, that's good for any team. Jason Kidd likes to use his bench. Keep doing that, but you have to have like that defensive focus, and hopefully they will start to wear down a little bit. They're still both pretty young players, Brown and Tatum, but you just got to keep fresh talent, fresh bodies on them, hoping that at some point they will wear down just a little bit, giving yourself a better chance. You're going to have to put that effort on defense as well. And as I mentioned, the bench will be key in that area. So those are the two main spots I would like to see the Mavericks tweak or adjust. Got to create a little bit better shots for yourself on offense, a little more movement, better movement without the ball, better screens, or more screens. And then that defensive, I think they can live with Porzingis, like almost, although Porzingis is an all-star caliber player, almost like make him beat you in a sense, and you just got to live with Porzingis if he's going to hit his long-range jumper and his threes, but you can't let the emphasis has to be on Brown and Tatum, not letting them take the ball inside at the rate that they've been doing this postseason and in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So let me know what you think, guys. I'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.